I'm David Berlin with TechWeb TV. I'm coming to you from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Now, if you're a small business growing and you need to have a bunch of people using the same telephone system, doing things like voicemail, one single sort of set of numbers that people can call, maybe multiple locations, calling from one to the other, using 4 digits, you need a special telephone system. There's a bunch of them on the market, but here at the Consumer Electronics Show, Allworks is showing a solution that they think is unique on the marketplace. Here to tell me a little bit about it is George Daddis. He is the CEO of Allworks. What is it that makes the solution that's behind us here on the table so special?
Thank you, David. Allworks is enabling voice over IP for small businesses. Believe it or not, voice over IP has not really penetrated the small business marketplace today. Today's current voice over IP solutions are way too expensive, oftentimes around $900 to $1,100 per seat. But believe it or not, they do not include the majority of feature sets that are in today's voice over IP phones.
Well, wait a minute, let me stop you there for 1 second, because you're just presuming that businesses need voice over IP to begin with. So let's start there. If you're a small business, why should you be thinking about voice over IP when there are other digital switches on the market from companies like Panasonic, higher end products maybe from companies like Cisco, Avaya, whoever?
Right, absolutely. Voice over IP is bringing a host of new advantages to small business. For example, you have the ability to save probably about 30% typically on your normal telephone bills. And if you are of a multi-site business, say a business in one city and then a business in another city, and you want to connect them together, you can save as much as 50 or 60% on your phone bills. But beyond just the savings, it's the feature set. You can integrate your cell phone with the Allworks solution, another unique feature, right in as if it were an extension on your phone system. One phone number, one voicemail box. A phone call comes into your business, it can be routed right to your phone mail or cell phone, and if you don't pick up, we will bring the phone call right back and dump it into the voicemail. And then our voicemail system will send it out back to you on email. Very, very connectable, very, very flexible for you as a small business person.
Okay, what's a small business? How many users can your system support, and what if you have to add more at some point?
Small businesses to us are 5 to 100 users per site. We actually have a number of businesses that have 500 or 600 users entirely, but they'll be scattered across maybe 6 to 10 different sites. So that includes, mostly on a per site basis, under 100 users.
You talk about using VoIP technologies. If I'm in 2 different locations, how do I connect from one location to another using VoIP? Do you have some service on the back end? Is it over maybe the internet or a wide area network? What do I have to have in place in order to make that happen?
Right. Allworks employs a number of different ways to connect you to the telephone network itself. We'll take normal traditional telephone lines as well as T1 lines and SIP trunks. To connect from one office to the other, all you need is an internet, and it's routed for free. You don't pay anything beyond your normal internet connection costs.
Okay, now we're talking about your solution, but it's sitting right here behind us, so can you kind of give us a little walkthrough on what the hardware is and what it does?
We sell the phone system that works right in your office, and that here is a server. And as you can see, it's a very friendly, very simple to use device. It is an appliance-like device, we call it in our industry, which means you put it in the phone closet, you plug the wires in, you essentially push the go button, and it works right out of the box. Here is our phone that works with the system, and we have a number of different models, but this is our most recent one. Very large LCD. It comes with a number of programmable buttons, as you can see. It's a very full-featured telephone, and it has an MSRP of around $269. But we're compatible with many other different phones, and it's a complete solution for your small business.
Okay, now let's look at the back of this box, because there's probably some connections on the back. Just tell us what they are.
Absolutely. Here we have the connections to the normal telephone network. We take up to 6 lines from the telephone network. This might be normal traditional telephone lines from Verizon or Southern Bell, any of the traditional phone companies, and a couple of lines for things like fax machines and Polycom conference phones. We also have a network ports, one from the wide area network. This might be from your cable modem or your DSL line, and one going out to your local area network. This unit includes, besides a telephone system, a complete network solution, I should add at this point, including firewalls and routers and things of that nature. And over here you have a power fail in case anything should happen to the power to the company. Fails right over to the local telephone, so you still have connectivity in an absence of power. So this is an audio.
Okay, so I'm looking at the WAN port the LAN port, and my assumption is that somewhere else I need some sort of hub, switch or something like that. You connect this to my Ethernet switch, and then are all the phones also connected to the Ethernet switch over something like Cat5 or Cat6?
That's exactly right, David. This is connected typically to a router or a hub of some sort, or maybe even a power over Ethernet based hub, and you will connect all the Allworks phones to that hub itself. So this is the beginning or the head end of your local area network and just connecting to your normal switching fabric. And yes, that is normal Cat5 networking.
According to Datus, the AllWorks 6X, that's the name of this model, supports up to 60 users and costs $1,800. For TechWeb TV, the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm David Berlin.